The mother was jealous that her daughter was more beautiful than she was. So while her daughter was asleep, she buried her alive in a flour barrel. Fortunately, the father discovered this just in time and rescued his daughter who was about to suffocate. After returning home, the husband angrily berated his wife, saying she didn't deserve to be a mother. However, he didn't expect these words would reignite the woman's hatred. Annie hid under the bed, trembling with fear, but was eventually discovered by her mother. She yanked Annie out and then unleashed all her fury on her daughter. Annie was only 8 years old at the time. Even though she had already been beaten to within an inch of her life, her mother still grabbed a baseball bat and struck her viciously. To ensure the child could grow up safely, the father reluctantly sent Annie to live with her aunt. In the blink of an eye, 20 years had passed. Annie had become a police officer. Fortunately, without her mother's abuse over the years, she had lived a healthy life. But on this particular day, a murder case emerged that forced her to return to the home she had left over 20 years ago. Through investigation, they discovered there were obvious strangulation marks on the victim's neck, and the body had been arranged in a bizarre position before being dumped by the river. After being exposed to the elements, any traces of the killer's crime had been completely washed away. But strangely enough, the cake placed on the victim's body remained perfectly intact. Annie took a bite, and the distinctive taste instantly awakened her memory. This was the secret recipe from the family bakery. To uncover the truth behind it all, after some internal struggle, Annie finally entered that hospital room. Her mother was now nothing but skin and bones, terminally ill. However, when Annie approached, those eyes were still filled with hatred, even lunging forward as if to tear her apart. The terrifying scene left Annie nearly breathless. She never expected that after more than 20 years, her mother would still hate her to the core. Before leaving, the doctor told her that her mother suffered from intermittent mental illness and would go crazy whenever she saw young, beautiful women. The fact that she had survived this long was thanks to her brother-in-law's regular visits, and he always brought a piece of cake with him. These words sent a chill through Annie's heart. She immediately drove to her brother-in-law's house. When she pushed open the warehouse door, the scene before her left her stunned. But before she could get a clear look, she received a violent blow to the back of her head.